With Reporter's Diary, here's more from the Parliament action then. The Lok Sabha today passed the Citizenship Amendment Bill 2016. The bill proposes to amend the Citizenship Act of 1955 in order to make illegal migrants who are Hindus, Sikhs, Buddhists, Jains, Parsis or Christians from Afghanistan, Bangladesh and Pakistan eligible for Indian citizenship. Moreover, the bill proposes that these immigrants may gain permanent citizenship after 6 years of residency in India instead of the current cutoff of 11 years. Tabling that bill in the lower house of the Parliament, Home Minister Rajnath Singh said that these communities from our neighbouring nations can take shelter only in India. However, the opposition slammed the move and highlighted the protests that have erupted across the northeastern states against this bill. The Congress and the TMC also walked out of the House opposing this bill.
In identified अल्पसंख्यक समुदायों के लोगों को भारत के अलावा कहीं और आश्रय लेने अथवा अस्थायी रूप से रहने की कोई गुंजाइश नहीं है अध्यक्ष महोदय। इसलिए हमारी सरकार ने इन समुदायों के माइग्रेंट्स को प्यूनिटिव लीगल एक्शन से प्रोटेक्शन प्रदान करने के लिए 2015 और 2016 में ही आदेश जारी कर दिए थे।
This bill should be sent off, drowned, hook, line and sinker. This is a divisive bill. और आसाम में आग जला रहे हैं. We have no objection. If you consider the case of refugees from Afghanistan and Pakistan, there is religious persecution in those places, and the numbers who have come to India are quite small. My objection, in the committee, many of our members, including Shushmita, who had worked out with her party, said that just exclude Bangladesh. Don't bring Bangladeshi refugees into this.
Now here's the other big story that we've been tracking today. 3 months after he was forced by the government to go on leave, Alok Verma is back as the director of the CBI. The Supreme Court has quashed the orders by the Central Vigilance Commissioner and the government's Department of Personnel and Training to reinstate Verma at the helm of the investigative agency. But Verma cannot take any major policy decisions until the selection panel, which comprises of the Prime Minister, Opposition Leader and the Chief Justice, decide on his status. And this decision, we understand, will be taken within a week's time. Now, Alok Verma's term ends on the 31st of this month. Ashmit Kumar, who was in the courtroom when the verdict was pronounced, joins us now. Ashmit, it is a setback for the government, but partial relief coming in for Alok Verma there.
India's premier investigating agency, the number one and the number two, fighting with each other like Kilkenny cats, as per the words of the Attorney General, flashing allegations of bribery against each other. Midnight orders being passed by the CVC on the night of the October 23rd, relieving both of them from active duty. High drama there we saw in the CBI over the last few months. The Supreme Court looking to put an end to those things by passing this judgment today. What the Apex Court today has held is that the CBI Director's office in itself is shielded, that there is a legislative intent to ensure independence and integrity, that the CBI Director should be a role model of independence, and that if there were any legislative intent to in fact tweak the tenure of the CBI Director, there would have been very clear provisions towards that extent. And with those observations, the Apex Court holding that the CVC order of October of 23rd midnight is in fact bad, needs to be set aside, and with that Alok Verma being reinstated as the CBI Director. But there are two important caveats that need to be kept in mind. The Apex Court has held that, number one, the selection panel will have to be convened within a week's time. Selection panel consisting of the Prime Minister, the Leader of Opposition as well as the CJI will sit together and deliberate on this matter going forward. The second important caveat is that up until the selection panel completes its deliberations, no major policy decision can be taken by Alok Verma. So towards that extent, he has been handicapped. So a number of questions as of this stage remain to be answered. Number one, the Supreme Court has remained silent on the extension of the tenure of Alok Verma. So is that a question that the selection panel will consider? Selection panel will also have to keep in mind whether or not they would want to take cognizance of the CVC report that was submitted before the Apex Court that was found to be a mixed bag as far as Alok Verma is concerned. And finally, will this election panel also start considering fresh names for a new CBI director? So a number of these questions need answering. For now, the Apex Court giving some clarity, reinstating Alok Verma and holding that he enjoys the office of the CBI director, enjoys protection as far as the law of the land is concerned. Back to you.
All right, Alok Verma there, back at the helm at CBI. Ashman, thank you very much for joining in. Now, the Congress party has called this order a major setback to the government. Rahul Gandhi accused the government of removing the CBI director because he wanted to probe the Rafale deal. Finance Minister Arun Jaitley called it a balanced verdict. Listen in.
The court apparently has strengthened the immunity given to the CBI director in the larger interest of a fair and impartial functioning of the CBI. At the same time, the court has devised an accountability mechanism. In accordance with the directions of the court, obviously they will be complied with, and the government would act in the same manner.
सीबीआई के चीफ को 1 बजे रात को निकाला। क्यों निकाला? क्योंकि सीबीआई के चीफ राफेल पे इंक्वायरी शुरू करना चाह रहे थे। अब सीबीआई चीफ रीइंस्टेट हो गए हैं, तो थोड़ा तो न्याय मिला। अब देखते हैं आगे क्या होता है।